Hello, welcome to another episode of Story Story. This is too many episodes away. That's if you have not seen the other episodes. Today I'll talk about the power of words, and the ethics, in between as you hold that power. As a storyteller, I often find myself at a crossroads, between truth and influence. That's what I'm talking about it today. Something that is often overlooked. The ethics of persuasion. You often see persuasion, in our politics, in our advertising, even the stories we tell each other every day. And with great power, as I said, comes great responsibility. It's a cliche, but it's quite important. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and the first thing you see is a billboard telling you how a brand of soap will change your life. Now you turn on the radio and a political ad tells you why you support a candidate, for the upcoming elections. By the time you scroll through your social media, you have been bombarded with countless messages, each one trying to sway your opinion. Let's not even go near TV. Now let's consider the ethical side of this. Persuasion at its core is not inherently bad, but how we use it can have profound effects on our society. Take propaganda, for instance. We have seen how governments and powerful entities, twist narratives to serve their own agendas, to serve their own narratives, often at the expense of truth and integrity. Nigeria, we have witnessed firsthand how such tactics, sow division and distrust. It's not just politics. Advertising plays a huge role too. As communicators, as storytellers, we are tasked with creating compelling narratives, to sell products, ideas. Yet, where do we draw the line between effective marketing and manipulation? There's a fine line between highlighting the benefits of a product and making exaggerated, misleading claims. Now let's talk about political rhetoric. In a supposed democracy, because we assume that we're in a democracy, but this is not a democracy. Politicians often use powerful language to rally support. We've heard things like Emilio Kong and things like that. But the words they choose can either unite or divide. We've seen campaigns that inspire hope and bring people together. But we've also seen those that exploit fears and prejudices. So, what responsibilities do we, as communicators, as storytellers, hold? Because we have the power. We're the ones that, tell these stories. We're the ones that drive these narratives. We're the ones that create the agenda. So we have the power. Now, what responsibilities do we hold as we hold on to that power? First, we must commit to honesty. That is too important. It's easy to get lost, in the law of sensationalism. But our duty is to seek and speak the truth. Second, we must respect our audience. A lot of times, we don't consider the audience in our storytelling. We don't respect them. Sometimes we won't call them foolish. Sometimes we call them hungry. Sometimes we call them poor. But they deserve, amidst all of that, or besides that, they deserve transparency, not deception. Third, we must be mindful of the impact our words have. Just like I said, every story we tell has the potential to shape public discourse and, by extension, the society itself. Let me share a personal story. Years back, I worked on a documentary highlighting the struggles of a community affected by environmental pollution. It was a powerful narrative, but with that power comes responsibility, like I've mentioned right now. I had to ensure that every fact was checked, every interview authentic, The goal was not just to tell a compelling narrative, but to drive meaningful change without compromising on truth. In the end, the ethics of persuasion boils down to a simple narrative: do no harm. Whether we are creating content for brands, crafting political messages, telling the stories of our communities, we must always ask ourselves, are we being fair? Are we being truthful? Are we respecting our intelligence? Are we respecting the intelligence and dignity of our audience? As Nigerians, we have a rich tradition of storytelling. Let's use our stories to uplift. I keep saying this thing, but these are stories to uplift, educate, and inspire. Not the kind of inspire Maguire, but proper inspiration. And let us always have an eye for the ethical implications of our words. Because at the heart of every story lies the power to shape our world. Thank you for watching. And remember, the stories we tell today shape the Nigeria of tomorrow. It shapes the brand of tomorrow. Thank you. Subscribe, like, comment, argue, disagree, whatever it is. Let's talk about the ethics of persuasion in the comments. Thank you again for watching.